Chase all this bread, though the shit won't last. About to shut the city down like a crypto crash.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Yes, indeed. We are doing it live. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. I'm back. Baby, I'm back. I'm back. I guess you actually got to get the video feed correct. There we go. There we go. We got it mirrored incorrectly there. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Hope you are a Bloodalytics member. That's all I got to say. House of Trades knows what's going on, man. We print money. Good trades this morning. Hope you guys were able to catch those excellent shorts. I'll take a look at those as well here in a minute. Jason Lynn's in the building, another Bloodalytics member. Thanks for tuning in, my guy. We have, let me get this up on the screen because here's the key to your short-term trading success, man. You got to check out bloodalytics.com, your vein to market gains. Great scalping signals available right now for a very low and affordable price. Monthly, or you can save even 20% on a yearly package. Scalpalytics Pro for Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's usually what I show on the streams. We got SUI XRP, Solana BNB going in, man, going in. Of course, we can't forget the Moonalytics swing trading system, also available on bloodalytics.com. Mastermind said, yo, welcome back. Hey, man, thank you, my friend. Had to dip out for a little bit, but I'm back. I'm back. I had a great session last Friday with my guy. I'm drawing a blank here. That's crazy. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I literally just had him on Friday on MGBX's account. MGBX, House of Trades, help a brother out. I'm drawing a blank. What the hell? I'm having a senior citizen moment. I had a great live stream Friday, guys. Let me get this muted. Close this. Sorry about that. So I had a great live stream this past. That's what it was Friday. Alex O Crypto. I had a great stream with Alex O Crypto. I will rebroadcast that on YouTube this week, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, Alex O. Yes, that's right, Jason Lynn. I'll restream that this week because it was streamed only on X. Fridays I do a weekly review on X only. And so what I'll start doing is restreaming it on my YouTube account the following week. We had an excellent session. He dropped some jewels. He dropped some trading strategies. You guys got to go watch that. If you didn't see it on X, I'll repost it again on YouTube later this week. But we got a lot to talk about, man, because let me first pull up. There's a scene. We had a live feed from the CoinDesk conference that happened a couple weeks ago, and I just never showed you guys this. But breaking news, late breaking news. Michael Saylor. Let's see what he had to say a couple weeks ago on CoinDesk.
Fuck! I should have listened to Crypto Blood.
Oh, that's right. There you go.
Fuck! I should have listened to Crypto Blood.
You sure should have, there, buddy. You should have listened to Crypto Blood. Hit that like button, ladies and gents. As we get started today, so we can get more people in this stream right now. He should have listened to Crypto Blood, man. Should have listened to Crypto Blood. Markets are looking bad, man. We bled out over the weekend. But here's the thing. This is what I want you guys to know. This is a short-term trading strategy, because I made bank this morning on this. I made hella bank this morning on this trade. Let me just show you really quickly what I'm talking about. So you won't see it on the live public. Let's see. The public chart, Bloodalytics, Scalpalytics Pro. But I'll show you the other one really quick. Let me see. So you can configure these however you want, right? Once you sign up, you can set it up on a chart and do whatever you want with them. And that's what I did with the Ethereum one. But this morning I traded and I try to trade at 9:30 because a lot of action. You know, the markets are about to open. 9:30, the market's open. I went short here, took 50% of my profits, but then it turned around and went long here. And this long right here, ladies and gentlemen, I end up selling all the way out at like up what's that, 1.9%. I sold up in this region, but 1.9% on big money is big money. You know what I mean? However, even if you didn't have this signal, I'm done. By the way, I'm done for the day. I'm just completely out of here. And I was showing the wrong chart. So this is the chart I was trying to show. See, this is what happened when you don't stream for a whole week. You get rusty. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Shout out to Chloe in the building. Hyben in the house. Well, my friend, we gotta Cuzzo, I will hit you up. Definitely. We'll hit you up after the stream. Yep. We'll get them set up. So, Hyben, man, we got to have a talk, brother. We have to have a talk. We are well below $100,000. I mean, come on, man. What What we doing, brother? What we doing? So look, this was a trade I was trying to show you. So this morning it went short, half, took 50% there, turned around and reversed that trade and went long. Went long here and sold at about 1.8% in the green. Okay. I was done after that, bro. I was like, no need to see when you have a nice move like this. And I'm going to show you why this move happened and why I went pretty big on this trade in a second. This is something you should always look for on over the weekend, like going into Monday from the weekend. If this one thing happens, you should always do this. It's a setup for a very high profitable trade. But after that, I was done because see, you get all this shit right here. You get all the take back your profits. You try to take back your profits. Now, I mean, we're starting to. This short is looking good, but damn, I mean, these moves here took away a lot of your trades here if you're manually trading. Okay, but this is the move. So this is what you guys got to remember coming into the week almost every time. So if you have like going into Monday or even Sunday, but let's just say Monday, right? You see a bleed out leading up into the US zone, US trading session. You see this bleed out, which is a great, I know House of Trades got this one. This is his time zone. Scalping. Scalpalytics Pro right here, guys. All right. Scalpalytics Pro. This morning, 717, 720, went short. Got all of that money right there. Took 50% profits right here, another 50%, 25% here, and then it ended up going long. But what happens is there's like because the markets in crypto don't close, you have you don't have so like in Forex, you have the markets close on Friday, right? And then they open back up with no price action on Sunday night. So you have that gap. It's like a gap, right? And usually markets fill the gap and then they'll maybe go back down, but they try to fill that gap. That's like a classic Forex trading strategy where you on the open on Sunday, if there's a gap, it tries to fill it or get close to it, and then it'll retrace back down. We're going to talk about what's going on and why the markets are bleeding out. We had a Fed meeting, a secret meeting that was revealed over the weekend, but they had a meeting on Friday, and we'll go over that in a second. Jason Lynn said, CB, you called it. Last cycle, only persons who said we were going back to 20,000 last bull run. Yeah, not going to lie. I was up early, but missed the Bitcoin short. Caught the ETH trade, though. That's what I'm talking about, guys. My guy Jason Lynn is another Scalpalytics member as well. Under 100K, I know. I'm still buying. All right. Hey. As long as you got dry, listen, it's not that you shouldn't be buying, or I think that Bitcoin is done. I'm not saying that at all. Like, it's just that people many times are all in and they don't have any dry powder to buy at these dips where we are, even though I think we're going lower at this point. We'll go over the details, Hyben, on where I think we're going, because it's ironically enough very close to other traders. Alex O, he mentioned on Friday that he thought we were going we could go to 70 or 80 something range. I'm saying 75, 79 range, and then we can go from there. Don't try to put those skis too far ahead of us. We take one step at a time. Take one step at a time, my friend. All right, so look. Markets, again, just to reiterate what I was trying to say here, is that if you see a steep, real steep sell-off before the U.S. session on Mondays, sometimes it happens over the weekend. Like on a Sunday, you'll see a sell-off, which we did get on Sunday. This is Sunday here, but I have it, the Scalpalytics I have turned off because it just gives too many false signals. I don't even want to set you guys up for that. But, we did see a bleed out here on Sunday. But then come Asia zone, which is Sunday evening, 8 o'clock. Literally at 8 o'clock, we got a buy signal to go long on Bitcoin. But then we turn around and drop really quickly here right before the U.S. zone. And normally when that happens, when the U.S. zone opens, it's going to try to fill that gap. Whether it continues or not, you don't know. We don't know. I just know 8 times out of 10, it's going to try to fill that gap if there's a quick drop before the U.S. opens. So just keep that in mind. So when you get a signal or you want to maybe play that, you can play it that way. No, I gotta change my name to I Love Crypto. Remember, it's the inverse. It's the inverse. So if I change my name to I Love Crypto, you know it's something wrong. I picked up a little under 100K, by the way, but you saying I should be selling? I ain't telling you nothing, Chloe. I'm telling you look kind of fine in that if that's your real AV right there. I don't know if it is. You could be catfishing us. Send a real profile picture to algo@cryptoblood.com. Oh man, I'm simping right now. I'll never simp. Never simp, ladies and gentlemen. Never simp. Send a profile picture to algo@cryptoblood.com. You might get a free month of Bloodalytics. Chloe, you might get a free month. All right, so no, I'm not telling you to sell. I can't tell you. I'm just giving you my opinion on where I think things are. I think things are going, and the direction is down because liquidity is drying up big time. I've been telling you guys this. I was reporting on the repo markets 2 weeks ago. It's going to get uglier before it gets better. And we have to, and this is the thing, we're going to have to blame. We're going to have to, nah, I'm a black girl. What that mean? What does that? I'm a black girl mean? That AV, that profile pic looks like a black woman to me. Just to be clear, everyone, Blood and I are talking about buying raw Bitcoin, not options or futures. Yeah. That's yeah. So if you're just buying, if you're buying 1-to-1, like Hyman says, raw Bitcoin, that's not like you can't lose really on that trade. But if you're trading futures or leverage and options and stuff, oh, not AI. Oh, okay, I got you. If you're buying futures, down market got blood simping. I don't. Hey man, gotta shoot the shot. Gotta shoot the shot, Wisdom Bars. Gotta shoot that shot, boy. All right, so yeah, I just think that we go lower first, big time, and it's going to be accelerated and really scare out a lot of people and have people. Jason Lenz has sent me already some people, on X with their prolific, messages. We're starting to see those, markets may be down, but go outside, be with the family. You start getting those philosophical tweets in crypto. We're definitely in the bear market. You definitely know we're in the bear market at that point. That's one of your indicators. But I think we're going to get a lot of people hurt are going to this go around because of him, because of this guy right here. This guy right here, Michael Saylor.
Fuck, I should have listened to Crypto Blood.
Yeah, you should have. You should have, my friend. No, but Michael Saylor, all jokes aside, and MicroStrategy, now called Strategy, it's going to be the downfall of Bitcoin in the short run. I've been saying this, Jason Lenz. Will you tell me? Will you tell him? I've been saying this for the longest. MicroStrategy is going to be forced to liquidate a little bit of their big. I'm not saying they're liquidating everything. Hell, they might, because they might go bankrupt. They don't make any money. We know that. We've seen the quarterly reports. They don't make any money. I'm not concerned about BlackRock, Jason Lance, to be honest with you. I think Jason may have sent me something on BlackRock as well. And the image was hilarious. I don't know if it was Jason. It might have been anything, anything for clicks. It might have been anything for clicks, man. He sent me this. Look at this, man. This is hilarious right here. Look at Larry Fink. Why they pick that picture? Why did they pick this picture, man? Oh my God. He looks constipated. BlackRock has sold 473 million worth of Bitcoin, the largest outflow. I'm not really concerned about BlackRock. Maybe it was you, Jason Lance. Yeah, it was. Thanks for the ad on this. It was Jason Lynn. Shout out to Jason Lynn. He's always dropping me the good stuff. This guy says, everyone swears institutions will never sell until headlines like this hit. Now, my question is, did BlackRock sell, or did they sell on behalf of their customers? I don't know. Maybe Jason, you know this. I don't know if they sold or sold on behalf of customers. How does that work? I'm not too sure. But Fed had a secret meeting. We're going to get to that here in a second. I don't think I have any trades for you right now because markets have been very, very volatile. My guy Jason Land said he caught the short on the ETH earlier at 9:45. Congratulations, you're a millionaire now. Good trade there. ETH or Bitcoin trade. I'm sure my guy House of Trades caught that short from 4 a.m. this morning on Bitcoin. But here's the thing, like I have people sign up for Bloodalytics, the Scalpalytics one, and then they, I've had a couple of people cancel their signal, and I always ask them, why did you cancel? And they say, it's too many trades, I don't have time. Listen, the best time to trade Bloodalytics, and you can be done after you trade this setup every morning, 9 o'clock, I would say 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Start looking for signals from the Scalpalytics Pro. It may give you, or it may not. It just depends on the day. It may give you a couple false signals up or down. Stick with it. Block out like maybe 2 hours, 3 hours of your time if possible. Stick with the trades, and you're going to get a win. And then once you get your win, you can, be done for the day. House of Trade says, yes, sir. I did. There you go, baby. There you go. I saw some philosophical tweets over the weekend. I told you, Hyman. Send them over to me on X. I want to read them. I love them. I love the philosophical. See, I told y'all last week. I said, see, when the bull market's on, y'all put Bitcoin before Jesus. Y'all wake up. Y'all don't. The phone is on top of the Bible on your nightstand. You take the phone and start looking at your portfolio before you look at Deuteronomy. I mean, you got to get your priorities right. More market manipulation. Sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's manipulation to a certain extent, but here's the thing, Chloe. We can't call manipulation on the way down and that's it. We got to call it both ways. It's been manipulated up as well. And it's been manipulated. This is the main thing I need you guys to understand. This is the main thesis you need to understand. it was manipulated upwards by MicroStrategy. They bought 40% of Bitcoin float, 30 to 40% of Bitcoin's float in 2024. So that's a manipulation on the upside. Keep that in mind. So if you got an entity mine 40% of all Bitcoin that's been mined, well, that's one entity manipulating the price upwards. So if things unravel, guess what? You're going to see potentially more carnage than you would have if they didn't buy 40% of the float. So it goes both ways. What you really want to see is a broad breadth of participation. You don't want one or two, but you don't want BlackRock and MicroStrategy buying up all the Bitcoin. That's not at your advantage 9 times out of 10. You want a broader participation in the market so that you won't have a liquidity event that wipes out a whole bunch of people. You really don't want to see that. Monero and Bitcoin Cash up while everything down. Wonder if they're worth accumulating now. Bitcoin ain't what it used to be. It sure isn't, Mastermind. You hit it right on the head. Bitcoin is definitely not what it used to be. But the tech is still there. The tech is still there. The price, price is done. I said this many months ago. Bitcoin should be at $1 million right now. It's been highly suppressed in its price. Let's see here. No, it was manipulated on the fake Bitcoin IPO news. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like, so let's take a look at this Fed secret stuff going on here. Shout out to, again, got to give a shout out to MGBX and BYDeFi. Shout out to both of those guys, and Blowfin for the auto trades. Links are in the description below, by the way, for all 3 recommended exchanges. So go check that out today, mon frère. MGBX.com, link in the description below. And we've got God darn it, get out of the way. We've got BYDeFi in the link in the description below as well. Yes, Blood, what this secret meeting all about? All right, my crypto space, let's get into it, man. I know I've been flapping them gums, man. Let me get to it, my guy. Let me get to it. So we have, out of the Economic Times, New York Fed secret emergency huddle sparks fears of brewing liquidity crisis on Wall Street. Again, last week I did a in-depth on the repo and reverse repo markets and how they were starting to dry up. Something to be, on your radar about. I told you about this, and now we're starting to see, it's starting to kind of hit home. So the New York Fed held a secret emergency meeting, raising alarms across Wall Street. Banks borrowed a record $50 billion from the Fed's standing repo facility in a single day. That's the highest since 2021. Short-term cash is tight. Funding costs are climbing. Investors are asking, is a liquidity crisis looming? Now, I'm going to stop right there, because what is Bitcoin? What does Bitcoin represent? And I have to, I didn't come up with this part. I have to give credit to Arthur Hayes. Brilliant guy. You guys should go follow him. Arthur Hayes. He put me up on the fact that Bitcoin pretty much has like almost a 1-to-1 correlation to U.S. market liquidity. So on Bloomberg Terminal, you can map U.S. market liquidity, and you can map on top of that Bitcoin, and you will see almost a damn near perfect correlation. Bitcoin and U.S. market liquidity, U.S. markets, right? That's all the markets. So when there's a lot of liquidity, Bitcoin does very well. When liquidity dries up, Bitcoin does very poorly. So it's very important that we pay attention to what's going on with the liquidity markets, and if there's illiquidity going on or a liquidity crisis, because this is going to directly impact Bitcoin, directly and severely impact Bitcoin. So the Fed followed the Friday liquidity injection with an additional $22 billion on Monday, taking in $7.7 billion in treasuries and $14.25 billion in mortgage-backed securities as collateral. The unusual back-to-back injections suggest persistent cash shortages rather than month-end settlement noise, which is what. So when I talked about the SOFR rate, like skyrocketing, being 30 basis points above the Fed window. When I talked about that last week, might have been 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, because it correlated with the end of October. So the end of October, you'll have these spikes at the end of the month and at the end of quarters, because there's a rebalancing going on. So you'll see the spikes during that time, even though the spike at the end of October was abnormally large, and the delta, the spread, was abnormally large. You still normally would get a spike like that, but just not that big. However, now we're past the month, end of the month, end of October. We're well into November, and we're still getting these issues. We're still having SOFR way above the Fed window or Fed rate. So it talks about SOFR right here. SOFR, the secured overnight financing rate, is rising. Funding costs are firming across U.S. and U.K. markets to levels not seen in years. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell recently acknowledged tightening liquidity conditions, noting the repo pressures and firming rates have appeared on selected dates. Several factors are fueling the strain. The Fed's balance sheet reduction. So, they've been doing quantitative tightening for some time now, but they were ending that. The Fed has tools to respond. Cash injections through repo facility can provide immediate relief, blah, 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 blah. So the Fed's secret hustle is a warning sign. Record borrowing, rising interest rates, and hidden alarms indicating that the short-term funding market is under stress. While it is not yet a crisis, the next few weeks are crucial. Traders, banks, and investors should stay alert. Liquidity is the lifeblood of markets, and right now it is under pressure. Again, we could be setting ourselves up for a very, very violent, maybe the most violent period in crypto. Again, I hate to sound like the bearer of bad news, but it really could get ugly. It really could, like, on some shock and awe, like you won't even believe, you think it's all over, and it's not. That's when you buy. But in order for you to buy, you got to have some dry powder. This is what Blood is telling you. Have some money ready, so when Bitcoin does go to 50,000, 40,000, and goes and touches the nose, it gives a chef kiss on the forehead of Elmo at $30,000 Bitcoin, then you'll have a buying opportunity of a lifetime. You have a buying opportunity of a lifetime. And I told someone this last week. I said, this next dip is probably the last time you'll be able to get Bitcoin at that low. That'll be the next permanent low for a very long time, if ever. I can't say ever, because I still have my concerns about Q-Day, quantum supremacy, quantum computers. That's what we call it, Q-Day. I still got my concerns about Q-Day, but X that, X any, you know, technical network security issues with Bitcoin. That will be the last time or opportunity you'll be able to get Bitcoin at those prices. Because again, if we have a liquidity crisis, stock markets are going to get slaughtered. Okay, they're going to get slaughtered. But in addition to that, guess what else is going to get slaughtered? MicroStrategy and the other treasury Bitcoin companies. And it's going to cause them to force liquidate. And it's just going to be bam, 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 bam. It's going to get really, really bad out here. So I'm just letting you guys know. House of Trades is saying I'm preparing to short a lot of the shit coins. Yeah. Shit coins are going to go to 98% down. Been waiting on the housing market to crash since. Yeah, but it hasn't. You know, it hasn't crashed again since 08 because of the trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars they've injected into the market. But what happened in 2020 was just diabolical. That was a pinnacle because what they did was they did the unthinkable. They actually injected money directly into the hands of the people. That's how desperate they got. And it's somewhat understanding. You know, we had a pandemic. It was real, but it might have been planned. But we had a global pandemic, and things came to a screeching halt. So I could slightly understand a $2 trillion, but what we ended up with is like $12 trillion of money injected into the system. Overboard. They never listen. They never do things just a little bit. They always go overboard. The government always goes overboard with everything. What happened to Big Homie CC? We need his analysis. Oh man, yeah. I gotta get with Big Homie. I'm gonna get with Big Homie. Do you think gold topped? Haven't been following gold like that, to be honest with you. Gold is interesting though. Gold is acting very interesting right now. I'm curious as to gold's future. It might do very well. It might double from here. But Bitcoin and cryptos will still be a better in the short run. You know, in the short run, as far as the looking backwards, yeah, it looks like, oh yeah, you know, Peter Schiff is having his day. But you time this dip in crypto correctly, that's gonna be child's play. A doubling in gold, that's child's play. You're gonna make a lot of money with crypto if you time it and you have your dry powder right. Housing crash coming after 50-year mortgage. What a disaster. Shame on Trump. Shame on Trump for even getting behind a 50-year mortgage. A 30-year mortgage is already diabolical. You go look at, let's ask some people overseas. My crypto space. Let's ask, House of Trades. Do y'all have 30-year mortgages over there? Jesse in the building. What's going on? Brit VR in the house. Shout out to Brit. Shout out to my man Brit. Whack 100 got homie CC out of it. Oh my Lord. That's too funny. My crypto space, House of Trades. Do y'all have 30-year mortgages? Anybody from overseas? Let me just ask that question to any. I'm throwing this out there to anyone. Do you guys have 30-year mortgages? Hit the like button, as Jesse just stated. Support the channel, guys. Highly suppressed over here. Yeah, we got that in the Netherlands, 30-year mortgages. Okay, in the Netherlands, okay, you guys have 30-year in Let me see if the UK, I'm trying to see if the UK does. Does UK have 30-year? Thank you for hitting that like button. I have a 25-year mortgage. 30-year mortgage is one of the biggest scams. It sure is. Not sure about 25, not sure about 30. Okay. Yeah, from my understanding, like, other countries don't have, first of all, like, you take countries in a lot of countries, and most countries in Africa, there are no mortgages. First of all, you got to come in with the bag. Like, you serious, you got to be serious about buying you a home. Okay, so House of Trade says they have 30-year. Okay, so I was under the impression that 30-year was a phenomenon here in the United States. But even so, the point is that 30 years is a scam as well. You're front loaded with first 15 years as front loaded interest. So you're paying first 15 years, you're paying all interest, just about. Amortize, you know, it slopes, but you start getting into the principal. It's not like linear, but you start getting exponentially into the principal. Maybe year 10, 11, 12, and then you start paying the principal. But if you stay in that house for 30 years, ladies and gentlemen, you pay double for the house. So any profits you think, even if you stay there for 30 years, you say, I paid my house off, and you're ready to sell it. If the house doubled in price, you just broke even. And you really didn't break even because guess what? Taxes, insurance every year. The rape again. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that they were 30-year were less common. Brit VR says this is a contrarian. I'd like to see this. Brit VR says December pump is going to be crazy. So that's interesting. 15-year car loan is hilarious. Cars are built to die after 3 years. Well, they're definitely built to start breaking down after 5, for sure. 5 to 6 years, for sure. So you're right, man. It's all, they're just, this is the last inning. This is the last inning of this experiment, guys, because people don't have money, and we're trying to keep the show going with creating more crazily outrageous terms on debt. Brit VR, I'm going to show you. Let's look at the table from CoinGlass really quickly, because you brought up December, and I'm glad you brought up December, because we look at the performance month to month on Bitcoin since 2013. I'll always like to bring this table up, but we're starting to, we've only had 3. I hate to sound like a dead horse, but some people here probably haven't heard this, but we've only had 3 times in the last 12 years where Bitcoin ended up in the red for October, a red October. Only 3 times. Okay. I don't count this one. I could. That would support my thesis or my argument more, but I'm not going to count this one. I'm not counting the negative 12% there in 2024 or 14, because that was a totally different market. That market was not the same market, okay, that we're participating in today. It just simply isn't. So I'm Xing that one out, which would help my argument. But we have 2018, a negative 3.8% return. And what followed after that? A negative 36.5. We had a similar, eerily similar negative return for this past October, negative 3.69%. We're currently down 14%. Currently down 14%. And the stat that let's see if I can bring this up, man, because Bitcoin, Yearly. Okay, here we go. This is it. Okay, this is what I wanted to bring up. This is what I wanted to bring up. Look at this chart. These are yearly returns for Bitcoin. Very, very interesting chart. Let me get my big old head out the way. Yearly returns for Bitcoin since 2015, which is okay. We'll go with that because that weeds out a lot of the, you know, more volatile years like 14 and 13. Because those are definitely different markets than even 15 is a totally different market than what we have today. I would say 17 is when we started to get, you know, we could compare close to apples with current markets. So look at these returns. First of all, we've only had since 2015 2 years where Bitcoin was a negative return. 2018, 2022. I mean, do you blame them? in 18? Look at 17. 1,300% return. I mean, a negative 73 justifiable. So we are currently only 0.8, and I don't know how accurate this is, but we're just hovering above break even for the year. Just barely. So this is the lowest year. We only got another month and a half, ladies and gentlemen. This is the lowest year we've seen Bitcoin perform positively. My theory is that we're going to end up in the red. We're going to end up with a negative returning year for Bitcoin. That's what I think is going to happen. From 1,600 to almost 2,000 in less than 2 years from taxes and insurance. Hyben said he got lucky, referring to we were talking about the mortgages and housing market. I bought my house in 17. House doubled in price. I sold nearly 80% in profit. Didn't have to pay taxes, and I live in a floor. Oh, okay, cool. That way, yeah, you got an excellent scenario. Yeah, bro, it's insane, and that's perpetual. So let's say you own that home. And that's the thing. Like, let's say you went ahead and owned that home for 10 years, for 30 years. So we know that taxes go up. They never go down, property taxes. So let's just say on average, you know, let's say over the 30 years, on average, your taxes ends up being, I'll just go ahead and say $3,500. $3,500. So first 10 years, that's $35,000. Second 10 years, that's $70,000. You get the picture. Over $100,000, ladies and gentlemen. Over $100,000 in taxes you pay, just taxes alone. We have not included insurance. Add another $50,000 in insurance, not including maintenance in that 30 years, probably another 50,000, 100,000 in 30 years, probably close to 100,000. You're in the hole easily $300K. $350,000 out of your pocket. What's up, Crypto Blood? Brandon Cobb says, I haven't been getting notifications since last time I seen you. Listen, bro, this is, they suppress this channel so badly. I almost rather you, okay, first of all, click the like button, share the stream, comment in the comment section, all that stuff that YouTubers tell you to do. I don't know what to tell you, man. They do not like Crypto Blood on YouTube. If you look at the yearly candles to throw everyone off, 2025 will have a red candle. 2026 will have a green yearly candle. That's when it's possible to see $220,000 Bitcoin. And then I guess you're saying in 2027. Sure, man. It's definitely possible. What's the probability though? You know, that's what you got to look at. I think Bitcoin, you just got to wait for this next dip is going to be severe. It's going to be severe dip. It's going to wash a lot of people out. And then that's your buying opportunity though. That's your buying opportunity. If we pass the crypto market structure bill, things will heat up quickly. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, man. You have a great day as well, my guy. Family talking about selling our cabin because of property taxes, man. This shit is ridiculous. It's a scam. It's the biggest wealth theft that we've ever seen. I want you guys to go follow Real Estate on YouTube, this channel, because they really exposing this whole Ponzi scheme. Real Estate Mindset. Go follow them. This guy right here. Go follow him, Real Estate Mindset. I'll put a link in the chat right now. Go follow this guy right here. Okay, this guy to the right is the real brains behind what's going on in Texas right now. He is really, somebody needs to protect this guy. He needs Secret Service, or maybe not. Maybe not. Secret Service didn't do too well with Trump, but this guy right here, he is the guy that is cracking the code when it comes to Texas and the Ponzi scheme that's going on with property taxes, and how basically it's this big Ponzi scheme that's pretty much initiated from the school districts. So 80% of your property taxes comes from school or goes towards school districts. Now you would say, well, goddamn, I would think that we should have excellent school systems if 80% of my property taxes went towards school districts. No, it's one of the biggest fraudulent activities or schemes this country has ever seen. And Mitch Drexler is his name, is doing a hell of a job with exposing this. He's taking it all the way to the Supreme Court. I mean, it's crazy. So go, you know, follow these guys. They do streams every day. That's where they're in Texas. So, I mean, they're exposing. It's crazy. It's too much for me to even explain in one stream. But essentially what's going on is that their scheme. So the school board is colluding with local municipality counties to hike assessments to base. So it's basically they back into their budget. So if they have a budget of money they want to have for the year, they back into that number. So they go and get the homes reassessed higher and then tax you more and get the money from you through the house property tax. And then they funnel it in and they go splurge on various contracts, local contracts. I'm sure a lot of money kickback going on with that. And then they go raise bonds based on the new overly inflated assessment housing prices. It's a big, he's exposed the whole thing, bro. The whole thing. Jason, is gonna blow your mind. Bitcoin's price history often shows a pattern of 3 consecutive yearly green candles followed by 1 red one. However, this time the pattern appears to be 2 green candles, then 1 red candle. Well, we don't know if it's a pattern yet because it just simply isn't enough data. We don't want to be fooled by randomness. Okay, you're right. You know, it's been 3 here, 1, 3 here, 1, 3. Are we going to get a positive? I doubt it. I doubt it. Because of the conditions. The reason why patterns they look like patterns is because we don't have all the information, right? So if we have a freaking Lehman Brothers situation, you know, some crazy liquidity crisis, then of course we can't have 3 green candles here. So it's situational. Every time it's going to be different. It just looks like a pattern right now. It's not enough data to show really a true pattern. We need more years than, 10 data points. No, that's not enough to come up with any sensible pattern. It just simply is not enough. Yeah, Brandon, go check out that channel. It is going to blow your mind. It's going to infuriate you. You're going to get so pissed. Yeah, check out their channel, man. And they got all the evidence. They've even got it at a criminal level. But the state Supreme Court or whatever won't hear the trial. So now they have to go to the, SCOTUS. They have to go to the top court in the country to have this heard. It's crazy. Yes, I'm in the D, baby. I'm in the D. 313. Stand up. Gotcha. Understood, B Walt. Understood. All right, man. That's it for today, guys. I've yapped my mouth enough. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please hit the like button, share this stream. Definitely come back tomorrow. I stream every morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you don't have the alert, if you don't get it, just put it in your calendar. Know that Blood is going live at 11 a.m. And before me, we got Piper Academy at 10 a.m. Before Piper, we got Alex O at 9 a.m. Come check us out, man. Crypto City. We got the zoo in the house. All right, guys. Have a great week or a day. I'll see you tomorrow. Out.
Yo, it's Crypto Blood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show. Indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, investing in trade, living life like a pro. I'm Rucker, Jerry, and just Bloods do. Bad motherfucker in a good way, boo. Got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Kick that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why Crypto Blood, Twisted Toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum too. Cash is king, but I'm looking for a new move. I know the culture of the markets like the streets. Got my finger on the pulse, can't nobody beat. I see the trends, I see the flow. Got my strategies in place, you know. Yo, it's NY.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.